Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Weekly Update, first episode of 2012. Now, previous episode I told everybody right before Cage 2011 in September that I more than likely would be taking a little bit of a break, and I did, and it's been a very needed break, and I've enjoyed it a lot. But now it's time to get everything back on a roll and get everything back where it needs to be to get ready for February the 25th, 2012, live in Thomasville, North Carolina. A lot of things have changed in the Squared Circle Wrestling Alliance. Now, for those that this weekly update may be new to you, I am the owner and promoter of Squared Circle Wrestling Alliance, SCWA. You can go to scwawrestling.com for more info. In this update, I will weekly talk about things going on within SCWA, with different wrestlers, different titles, you know, whatever's just going on. Keep all the fans up to date. And also talk about other independent wrestling companies that, you know, catch my eye and different things, because I'm all about true professional wrestling. Now, from the start of this till now, a lot of things have changed. A lot of you that know me have watched the change. Some of you are wondering what's going on right now. And so that's the whole purpose of this video, is to answer a lot of questions. And hopefully people will get what's about to happen. So let's take a couple of steps back. You know, in September I told everybody that I had been having some personal different issues going on, a lot of drama coming my way personally. You know, yes, it was within the wrestling, but you know, really what it all come down to was there was this individual, and it was all a personal issue. Had nothing to do with wrestling. But it affected things with wrestling because, you know, unfortunately, in business and in wrestling, you have enemies and you have competition and this, that, and the other, and people want to claim this person's doing this and that, and, you know, and I really don't care. You know, before I'd be smack dab right in the middle of it, trying to stand up for what was right, you know, and people just keep on going and going and going, and it's a no-win situation. So that was another reason I stepped back, was from the wrestling drama, but the personal drama was just overwhelmingly taking everything, you know, just consuming everything. So I couldn't do it all. Well, through this break and this change, you know, there's a lot of people that supposedly were supporters of SCWA, my friends, this, that, and the other, and that's changed. A lot of things have changed, you know, but I will say one thing I learned is in independent wrestling, there's no reason to have any partners, because, you know, when things go wrong, there's always the finger pointed at the boss, as they want to say, and that's something that's been very hard for me to accept, because I am a kind person. But a lot of this over time has turned me into something different. Now, I've admitted before on this camera and to the world, you know, I did some bad things back in the day, and I had worked really hard to get my life back straight. Well, I've learned a lot over the last 6 months. Let's say 6 to 8 months. And over the last 6 to 8 months, what previously would have happened in the last 10 years just seemed like, you know, a bleep on the radar. And radar, excuse me, you know, we all make mistakes, and not really saying my ums, but I know people get a laugh out of certain things, and hey, go for it, hey, fine with me. But when it all comes down to it, you know, when you're trying to do things right by people, and then something comes along and gets in the way, especially a personal issue that really flips your whole life upside down, you start looking at things a little bit different. And when people in the wrestling business seen me mentally not into SCWA and not doing everything that I needed to do and this, that, and the other, they took advantage of it. And you were smart. Business-wise, you should have. But you understand something. When you got the leg up on me in the wrestling business, it wasn't because of wrestling versus wrestling. It was because I wasn't putting into it what it needed, because I had to put time elsewhere, into my personal life, into my family. So now that things have come around and but my personal issues are worked out. Family life is never better. I've loved this time with my kids and my wife. But I want to say one thing, and then I'm going to move on to what this is all about, wrestling. And that is, for the one person that's been making my life hell for the last month, 8 months, 6, 8 months, whatever, I want to thank you for one thing. You woke me up to a lot of different things. I was taking for granted a lot of different things. And I was looking at people and I was giving them the benefit of the doubt, and they really were lying and stabbing me in the back. And the personal issues that we had actually helped me see a lot of other people for what they are. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank you for waking up something in me that I was afraid to let out and to live. But when it woke up this time, I had a lot more knowledge. So there'll always be hard feelings about certain things. But thank you for the things that you woke me up to. And I'm glad that I've moved on and I'm going to live my life to the fullest. Now, to wrestling. I guess I just made it clear. The competition didn't shut SCWA down. I shut it down temporarily. Yes, we were going to have 2 comeback shows and they needed to be canceled because there's a lot of different things been going on with the ownership of SCWA. Yes, I am the majority shareholder, the majority owner, but there was investors. And a lot of things got haywire when Mark wanted to take a break. Investors being worried, this, that, and the other. Totally understandable. Everything, as of this minute, has been worked out with each individual investor the best it can. I've gave my word to them, and we'll see where everything goes. Now, what's going to happen with the control of SCWA and everything, don't exactly know at this moment, but I'll tell you, as I'm sitting right here, I'll be damned if I'm going to take it laying down. I will take control of my company back. I will take care of these investors, and we will move on. So, it wasn't competition that shut us down temporarily. Just like I said on a video in September, it was Mark Cates that shut it down. So for all of y'all that think I sold out and I moved down the road and I'm done with whatever, go ahead and keep on telling your cockamamie BS to everybody. I don't care, because Mark Cates is sitting right here telling you that I have gone nowhere. And SCWA has gone nowhere. We are alive. We have what it takes to put out true professional wrestling to the fans and give them what they want. And that's what we're going to do. I've done a lot in my short time as a promoter, and now it's time to do more, because 2012 equals a new path for me and a new path for SCWA. It will be no more taking it laying down. If you want to attack, attack. But you ain't going to get from me what you think you're going to get, because you're not going to see it coming. So, February 25th, big huge change for that night. SCWA heavyweight title. It's going to be Big Daddy Eric Edwards, North Carolina's strongest man, versus the Mid-Atlantic ass-kicking machine Damian Wayne, NWA Dog Champion, in his pursuit for the NWA World title. And like he told me, hey, I can be the SCWA Heavyweight Champion too. And then you got the third opponent, Brandon Day. Now, I've been asked by a lot of people how I feel about this match, because I wanted it to be something for the fans. Now, we had a few people vote on the message board. We had people texting and emailing votes. I thank all the fans that got involved. And we gave the fans exactly what they voted for. Exactly right down to the T, and they wanted the 3-way elimination match. Now a few things have been tweaked on that, as they want to call it, but now it's a no DQ 3-way elimination match between these 3 opponents. People want to know what I got to say about it. Well, I'm in between. Because either way it goes, they're going to be my champion, because before it's over with, I will have full control of my company back. And Big Daddy Eric Edwards, we got a lot of history. That's my brother. You know, and I know he's got his own pursuit and his own quest, and I can't blame him for that. And we've had our, you know, disagreements and this, that, and the other, but he would make a hell of a champion. Damian Wayne, hell of a champion. Brandon Day, hell of a champion. So, Brandon Day, Damian Wayne, they've got heat. They've had issues back in the day. Big Daddy, Damian Wayne, heat and issues. People saying, okay, is Big Daddy and Brandon going to work together and get rid of Damian Wayne? Is Brandon Day and Damian Wayne going to put their differences together to get rid of Big Daddy first? I don't know. All I know is it's a no DQ 3-way elimination match, and I've been told that I can't be at ringside with Damian Wayne. I guess somebody's worried that I might finish my payback on Big Daddy. That I started with Cozone in the cage at Caged. Cozone. Cozone will be taking on Raymond Helms and defending that SCWA Mind Shock title. We're also going to have the NWA Mountain State Champion, Jason Kincaid, taking on NWA veteran Robert Roma. We got J.W. Dalton taking on the Fugitive Wild Child. We'll have JT Smooth there, Rudy Lewis, Matt Sulphur, John Evans. SCWA will be back February 25th, 2012, live in Thomasville. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a new me, and I hope you're ready for it. Because you think I gave you mind shocks of 2010, 2011? You wait till you see what I got planned for you for 2012. A lot of you are going to hate me. But you know what? I'm not worried about it. It's time for me to do what needs to be done for me. So, if you get in the way, sorry, you'll get knocked out of the way. So this was the SCWA weekly update this week, because it was all about SCWA. Next week we'll get into more of like the NWA and then indies going around and everything, and talk about the great stuff and get more pumped up and maybe get some responses about some of the things I've had to say. I welcome all the responses. Go ahead. Well, until then, this is Mark Cates. On behalf of the Pro Wrestling Weekly Update, make sure to check out SCWAWrestling.com. Also, make sure to check out the official SCWA Facebook at facebook.com/SCWA Wrestling. Till next week,